Harry Harker here, and it's never been a better time to shoot Nazis. In the balls, the brains, and the heart. Sniper Elite Resistance is my game, out on every platform under the sun, and available day one, Game Pass. Honestly, it's a lot more Sniper Elite. It's a spin-off story from 5. I'm still en français, and throughout 7 different levels, you return to one twice and another's just shooting one arsehole in the back for 5 seconds. You do all the elite sniping you know and love. Is it worth 60 francs or a download? Well, let this bloke who played it early let you know in the, what is an Xbox? XboxEra review of Sniper Elite Resistance. Welcome to France, 1944. You are Harry Harker chasing down a new Wunderwaffe. This MacGuffin is poised to stop D-Day. Sniper Elite Resistance has 7 maps spread out over 9 levels. It's a side quest set alongside the main campaign of Sniper Elite 5, and its story is exactly what you think it would be. The locations vary nicely, with mountains and vineyards and cities feeling right at home for any fan of the series. Resistance is a full-cost title, and features, thankfully, also all the modes you'd really hope for, including one new one. You have Campaign, playable both solo or co-op, Multiplayer Versus, Survival, playable solo or co-op, Invasion, where you are going right into someone else's campaign, and the new Propaganda Challenge. The multiplayer, which of course, as it is PvP, is very tough to review in early access. What I tried with just running around stuff felt okay, whatever, but Survival, wave-based, lots of fun, even just playing it solo. Invasion, much like multiplayer, being PvP focused, couldn't get any of that going in, but I did do some of the new Propaganda Challenge. Their main missions, they feature propaganda posters, which unlock a new challenge mode once you find them. They're pretty short and fun about trying to kill as many people as you can while taking as little damage as you can. And by the end of the campaign, I think I had unlocked almost all of them without even really looking that hard. The story of Sniper Elite Resistance is that MacGuffin chase with a handful of cutscenes. It doesn't get in the way, though the pre-mission debrief videos did drag on at times. You're wondering what Sniper Elite is as someone new to it or just getting it through Game Pass. It is a kind of Hitman-esque third-person shooter now. You're going to go through a series of missions, each with their own challenges at the start. But as you explore the maps, you will find optional objectives, and it's all a great excuse to either John Wick or stealth your way to victory. It's not Hitman-esque in the you're going after a few targets. You're going after a lot of targets, and they are all Nazis. You are going to stab them, shoot them, explode them, poison them, and more. It's all on offer as you level up with every action. While I was able to complete the campaign in what roughly would have taken me about a night, there's a lot of replayability thanks to the variety of ways you can complete certain objectives. In one mission, I saw a rat bomb that gave a unique kill. It's literally a little bomb shaped like a rat. Another had a poisoning opportunity, and it was a nice change of pace from just all the head and testicle shots. And I will say, on console, my very first recommendation is to go into the settings and lower the sensitivity on controllers for the Y, the up and down axis. After that, lower how often the kill cam is used because it's up all the time. And from then on, if you've ever played one of these games, you are at home. I jumped between Xbox and PC, and while it is fine on controller, things really do shine on mouse and keyboard. A game that can be difficult with pad is as easy as it comes if you're adept with a mouse for aiming. Normal, I would say, is enough on console of a challenge, but I would up the difficulty if you want any real type on PC. Resistance also has pretty much everything the fans are used to. You've got your leveling up, unlocking more guns and tools for your loadouts. There's also the classic skill circles, which are back, and I had those at nearly 100% by the time I killed my last fascist in my campaign. If you haven't played before, there's a mix of stealth, all-out action, and platforming that kind of few other games just aren't really going for nowadays. Emptying your lungs as you aim down scope gives you a little reticle that you can use to take out eyeballs from hundreds of meters away with ease. It is a gross game, full of shattered bones, testicles, livers, and it's a lot of solid fun. I think that solid but not great mantra holds through for both the looks, the sound, and the writing, though the graphics are pretty damn nice. It's super fun, it's familiar, and it looks and runs really well on both console and PC. Console did not have any graphical modes other than just running at 60 FPS with a nice clean image. Probably looks better than Sniper Elite 5 when I go back and think about it, with some genuinely beautiful environments that never really skimped on the atmosphere. PC, though, was odd for me, as I'd get a locked 120 FPS at Ultra 4K everything. But then out of nowhere, anytime it felt like it would just break if I looked at an item that brought up a UI element or bullet cam activated. It just became a stuttering mess until I fully restarted the client. The game does have de novo for stopping hacking during the review process, and sometimes companies will remove that at launch, but I could never figure out the trigger for when this behavior was going to come as I played through the Microsoft Store version. Also, I think the music will be a familiar mix of period-authentic instruments interwoven with bombastic instrumentals. Our protagonist sounds like a dime store Jason Statham, and his repetition on how itchy tall grass is had me reaching for the mute button after a short while. Overall, like everything else in this game, it is solid. There's not a ton that's new, nothing that's truly great, but also nothing that's too terrible. Wrapping things up, Sniper Elite Resistance is available day one on Game Pass, and that's how I would recommend anyone but the most ardent fan of the series play it. At a $60 MSRP, it's kind of a big ask for something that can be completed in a night or two if that's all you're looking for. While there is some replay value on offer, there isn't probably enough new here for those familiar with the series to warrant a full purchase unless you really love Sniper Elite and just want more. If that's you, then you're going to find absolutely nothing here to displease you.